Hey guys, it is time for an update for my Finish 20 by Spring. It is a Project Pan Finish 20, my Project 20 pan. Yes, that's what it is. So what happened last month where I was supposed to do my first update, I just was like so sick I couldn't talk, and like by the time I got better, I was sick for about 3 weeks. It was like not worth having an update at that point because like 2 weeks later I was going to have my update again. So I decided to just wait, and this is going to be my 2 month update. So because I was sick for like 3 weeks, or I just didn't wear makeup because I don't like to wear makeup when I'm sick. But there are 2 items that I have finished up since the first update. So I also marked the things also. So the first thing that I finished was my Soft Lips lip balm. This is actually a brand new one, and so when I had my first well, it was supposed to be my first update, it was like right down there. I was like a week left, and then after a week, I was finished with that. And then I have my Wish nail polish. There's a little bit left in here, but I'm just done with it because it's getting kind of hard to get the formula out. I have to like tilt it like this, and then it's just a hassle. So I am no longer going to be using that. So because this was a 20 item project pan, I was very ambitious. I thought I could like at least finish half of it, but I realized I can't. So I have 3 other nail polishes in this project pan, and I'm just going to remove that. So that's just 3 things I'm not going to be trying to focus up on because I can't. Because my nails also started to break and I just was not having it. So let's just continue on with the skincare items, or the non-makeup items. So I have this mask from Avon that I was planning on using up, but since the first update, since the first video, I haven't used this once. I haven't even really masked at all recently, and like, which is a disappointment for me. I'm disappointed in myself for not trying harder, but it's okay. I'm still gonna try to do it. I always like made the excuse like, oh, I'm breaking out, blah blah blah. But it's a peel off mask, so I could always apply it around it, and I was just making excuses. For my Biore face wash, this line up here is where I first started, and that is these were from a different project pan. So that line down there, that's where I first started off. That was from the first update, and this is the second update. So I have some progress going on in there, and I'm happy about that. So that's great. I have 2 makeup removers. One is a simple micellar makeup remover, and oh, I didn't mark this one. But I am right where. So this is where I first started. This was last month, and this is where I am now, where my finger is. So I have pretty decent progress going on. And for my eye makeup remover, I have used, this is from the first month. This is the first month update. This is where I started my first month update, and this is where I am right now. Not that much use, but I don't know, sometimes I forget to use this. I switched up a product. I had like a highlighting slash bronzer in here, and I switched it up for my body spray just because I thought I could be using it. So I'm just like right there right now. There's not much. I still have quite a bit. I don't know if I can use it in the next month. For my makeup, let's talk about the makeup now. I am doing pretty well, but since I didn't use makeup at all last month, I haven't really had a lot of progress. This line right here is where I marked up last month, and I still have that much left, but it's not that much. It's like at the really towards the bottom of this, so I could probably use this up within the next month. For my Maybelline Pure Stay, this is just what I use for when I'm on the go, like when I'm out, so there's not much progress here, and there's no way for me to really mark it, so there it is. I have a lot of good progress on my my LOL bronzer, so that line, that small line is where, that small circle is where I was before. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a slightly darker or a slightly faded line around, and I have finished so much. I have finally hit the ridges actually, which is really cool, and I have connected the pan on this side but not that side yet, so that's really awesome. I think I can really make it like a really nice big whole pan within the next month, so I'm excited for that. My Boing concealer, I haven't really touched this much. I just use this for spot concealing, and my foundation that I'm currently using is a high coverage foundation, so I don't really tend to use the concealer a lot. My blush and highlighter duo from Starlux. This is it right here. I don't know if you can tell, but there's like a slight divot, well, on this pan, but it's like kind of at the edge, but there's also a little bit of a dip. I don't know if you can tell, but in person you can tell, and the highlighter hasn't really moved much. These are, they swatch pretty pigmented, but on the brush it really doesn't, and they're very hard, they're very like pressed down very tightly, so it's kind of hard to use this, but you could see the ridges of the blush part. I use the blush more than the highlighter. So for my my Ulta Brow Duo, I have really good progress on this side right here. For the highlighting side, I haven't really, it hasn't really changed much. That's where I was when I started, and that's where I was last month, and it really hasn't changed much. It changed like sidewise, but not lengthwise, just because I utilize the shape of it to go on smoothly instead of using the sharp side. That's how it works for me. But this, the brow color side, actually I used quite a bit, but there was also a little chunk of it that like broke off, so that kind of helped it out a bit. So that line is where I started. That was from first update, and that line right now is where I am, so I'm happy about that. Can I use it up in a month? Probably not, but I've got quite a bit of progress. Something that I haven't really had a lot of progress on is my eyeliner from Makeup Forever. Like again, I said I was sick for like a long time, so that's where I was when I first started. That's my first update, and that is where I'm at right now. So it's steady, but it's only a little bit of progress. Two things that I cannot show you my progress on is my Better Than Falsies mascara. I can't really show progress, but I can feel the progress. After the end of this project, I'm gonna have to be throwing this out because it's really dry and goopy, and even like you know how when you take out your mascara and then you like take the tip off, you know, so that way it doesn't go everywhere. There was an actual film like around this opening, and I like had to peel it off, and it was really gross. So yeah, and another thing that I'm gonna be finishing up, I'm gonna be throwing out, whether regardless if I'm finished with it or not, is my e.l.f. Liquid eyeliner. It's just getting kind of dry. Like I have to shake it for me to get some product on the brush now, so I'm not gonna, when this project is over, I'm gonna throw this out. And I have one last product to show you, and this one is kind of exciting. This is my Natasha Beauty lipstick, and it is an eclair. It is kind of like a cream formula, so I have been able to go through this really quickly, even though I was sick. Like, I don't know, there's something about wearing lipstick, even if it's a nude lipstick, that makes you feel really good. So that is where I was before. That's my first update, and down there is my second update where I am currently. Let me try to. So I have pretty good progress going on. I'm really happy with the progress of the lipstick. So I don't think I'm going to be finishing this, but I'm really hoping to at least finish like half of what I have already in the tube. So products that I'm hoping to finish / throwing out as a recap, I know like 95% sure I'll be finally finished with my Kirkland loose powder. And whether or not I finish this or not, I'm going to be keeping the fibers of the, just because I think it's okay. It's dry, so I don't think it has accumulated that much bacteria in it. I don't really know, but definitely the mascara and the eyeliner are going to go out, and everything else will just be rolled over to another project. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.